Wow. Okay. Welcome, Flex Wheeler Nation. We're back with some nutrition talk. Today's topic will be on the biggest hot topic of the day, nutrition in sports, branch chain amino acids and current research. With me today, I have the great legend Flex Wheeler and Scott Kolasinski, who is one of our nutritional contributors to the Flex Wheeler Nation. Guys, I'm going to open the floor up to this one. I know in our original emails, we discussed this a little bit, so I'm going to go take cover and let you guys talk it out.
Who wants to go first?
Scott's taller, so as I said before, you go first.
Take it on.
Okay, I go first then. So branch chain amino acids. I'm of the opinion that I'd say that it depends. And for a large part, one of the big things is like most I'd say in Flex's audience, you know, they're going to already adhere to their nutrition. They're already watching it very well, and they know what they're doing. They got things in line pretty well. So they want optimal. They want the optimal situation. And it may be more beneficial, depending though on where the training is and where the nutrition is. So for example, branch chain amino acids can certainly help us improve our immune function. So during the stressful time, especially getting ready for competition, and you're training much more strenuously, and probably not getting even enough sleep like you're supposed to, even though you're trying. Yes, they probably might be better to help keep you healthy and help get the most benefits, the most bang for your buck. Where things get though a little bit more muddy is for the layman, and then whether or not it's branch chain amino acids that are beneficial, or is it just leucine? Because the research keeps showing more and more that leucine is probably the key contributor for muscle protein synthesis. Unfortunately, people think, well, when I get branch chain amino acids, I'm also getting leucine. Therefore, I'm still good. What the research is showing is that whenever you're having leucine with isoleucine and valine, there's a competition in our gut, and they don't seem to be absorbed as efficiently as we once thought. So once again, leucine though seems to be the main contributor in terms of helping muscle protein synthesis, and especially the speed of absorption is critical in order to make muscle protein synthesis as optimal as possible. The biggest problem, leucine tastes horrible, and people don't like taking something that tastes like bitter ass shit. So to get somebody, I'm going to keep doing this, you better remember why you're doing what you're doing. And I don't know, you can try it and hope it's going to work better, and just throw it in your mouth and drown it with some water. Some people are better at that than I am, but or just capsules, but you're going to take a lot of capsules too. The usual recommendation is around 5 grams of leucine. So
it's going to be like 20 capsules.
Yeah. So, pick your poison on that one. But in my experience, when people don't like a product, it doesn't matter how good it is. If they doesn't like the taste, I mean, it's not worth the stomach aches, the bloating, whatever later on that you're going to be experiencing. So,
well, Flex,
that's my take for now.
Yeah, to add on that, the absorption isn't as great as we once thought. But my question is, what's your alternative? So just because absorption isn't as great as we thought, you're still able to absorb some, and that's better than yeah, of course, when you're an athlete or a weekend warrior or whatnot, and you're trying to better yourself, 100% is necessary, because again, our food is not the same nutrition value as it was 20 years ago. So you have to supplement in some way. I would even argue, just for a regular person, where else are you going to get that pure aminos from? Knowing that our food is so tainted with all the preservatives and garbage that we get in there. When you talk about absorption rate, right? What about the food we eat? What are we really absorbing? I know a lot of people eat the fish, but I've been watching so many films now that our fish are just, horrible now because our waters are so convoluted with garbage and everything else like that. So I would argue on any spectrum, branched chain amino acids is a necessary evil, regardless of the taste or anything like that. And you have to understand, being in shape, whether you're an old geezer like me and just trying to, enjoying the fire lines of life and just trying to sustain, you're not eating for taste. You're eating for nutritional value. And, I agree. It's very hard to take things that doesn't taste well. But again, does NyQuil taste well? Does any medicine that we have to drink taste well? No, you do it because it's a necessity. So in my opinion, branched chain amino acids are a necessity.
I like that answer.
Thank you.
Because
thank you very much.
No, it shows the mentality people have to have when they eat. I know so many people, I've experienced so many people say, I don't live for food. I take what I need. But some people live and they just love, there's a pleasure and a high about eating. And if anybody's watched my 600-pound life, they know that. But I think that's the mentality that you got to have. Why am I doing what I'm doing? And yeah, it's uncomfortable at times. We know that. It's definitely
so how would you two both respond back to the people, let's say in the comments? I'm sure we're going to get some comments on this one because a lot of the peer-reviewed journals are coming out. There's a lot of research. I don't know what sparked all this interest in branched chain amino acids all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the reason why we wanted to bring this up is a lot of other influencers on YouTube, their videos might appear right next to this one on Flex TV. They're basically saying that we've been wasting our money on branched chain amino acid supplements, high quality or not, for the past 10, 15 years because of the absorption rate, and they're not seeing good results in peer-reviewed studies. So what are your...
I purely don't care what the newcomers are saying. I purely don't care whatsoever. Again, knowing our food isn't the same value that it was 20, 30 years ago, where else are you going to get that nutrition from? Where are you going to get those nutrients from? So regardless, again, of the absorption rate, do you just opt out and not doing it at all and be deficient in that area? I don't really care about quote unquote experts. I don't care. I go off of experience and what it's done for me and what I've seen it do for my clients. The experts many years ago said, milk and eggs were great for you. Then the experts changed their minds and said, no, milk is horrible and eggs is horrible for you. So I don't really care about the expert. Like I said, many times for the defense and the plaintiff in any law case, there's an expert on each side. So at the end of the day, there's a number of different ways you can skin a cat. There's a number of different ways you can take to get to your destination. And I feel that no matter what, it's a necessity. So as far as the quote unquote experts say, I could care the freak less.
I'd say maybe I looked this up and I found this study in 2014 that compared branched chain amino acids with protein in the form of whey. And they found that there was an increase in muscle protein synthesis from branched chain amino acids was smaller compared to just eating more protein or adding only leucine with protein. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. So you do get the slight increase, but just that increase is just minimal compared to eating more protein, but you get the most by eating more leucine.
Right. And there lies a problem, Scott. If you're at a certain calorie or caloric intake and you can't exceed that, yet you're still not getting the proper amino acids, what do? You supplement it.
Right.
So, yeah. So, again, that's my answer to that.
This study doesn't go with all the other confounding factors of what it is to live. How's your sleep? How intense are you working out?
Emotional stress level.
This study doesn't say that. The subjects just did this one time, mm-hmm. and then people start to apply it to the real world. It doesn't give the whole picture. You start with it, and then you can go with what Flex is saying. Well, what are your results?
And what are your options that you're going to do? Right, right. And this control study, I love control studies because at what percent is that in a real world? 1%, 2% out of the population of the world. So what are you really saying? I can do a control study and pick who I want to be in my control study and purposely get the outcome that I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like I said, out of my 30 plus years experience in this world, it's a necessity on both sides of the coin. If not, what is your alternative? To be deficient? And even if it's very minimal that you're getting, that might be the very minimal that you need to keep you from being deficient. One of the greatest things is being deficient in our trace minerals and stuff like that. The whole body's out of whack. So again, even if it's a small benefit, you know, that might be a major, I mean, a small benefit in Usain's boat stride is a great difference. Just a small benefit. So yeah, anyway.
At the highest level, small benefit is very beneficial at the highest level.
Yeah. And it's even worse when you're behind enemy lines when you're not at the highest level. You need everything you can get to be able to just to be normal or functional. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the reason we did want to bring this up is because this is, again, a hot topic. We want to broach it from all corners, let you know that our programming does look at everything from all sides. We analyze everything and then we implement from there. Again, if you have any further questions about this, have some comments, please put them down there. Like this video, please. It does help us out a lot. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you have any other questions you want us to broach in the future, put them in the comments or email us, and we'll see you real soon.
Definitely.